back, YouTube. It's been a minute, so I figured we'd jump right back into another project. Been a little while, been pretty busy, so you know, definitely gonna see more videos coming as soon as I get some free time. I don't know if you can see why it keeps my days occupied, but that little guy right there, he definitely keeps me busy. Anyways, so we're gonna jump into a project on the Cadillac. I've been wanting to actually paint it, but I've been trying to find something to put over the paint. If you haven't seen one of the previous videos, I tried to bring back the old paint. Back in the day, there's single stage paint, and so there's not much to work with. So I figure I try to bring back to life. Use some mirror glaze, you know, stuff like that. I'll put the link down below. Check it out. So it is what it is. The paint didn't really come back. Surprise, surprise. Being almost 60 years old, or where are we at? 40? Yeah, being over 60 years old. Oh yeah, almost, just shy, 2 years. We got to do something to that paint. So besides spending a bunch of money right now, since I don't have it to repaint my Cadillac, I kind of like having it be a little bit of a mix match of some decent parts and, you know, kind of the old school parts. So the nickname of the project is Frankenstein. So it definitely has that mix match of, you know, some new and old kind of patched together, which is kind of cool. 4-door Cadillacs, you know, they're not really very popular, so I can do whatever I want, and I don't think anybody's gonna, you know, scold me for ruining it, but it is what it is. I paid the money, I'm gonna do what I want. So anyways, we're gonna try something over the paint to kind of give it like a, it's not really patina, but it's got faded paint, and I figured I'd do something to kind of bring back some life to it. So we're gonna try from KBS Coatings this diamond finish. You know, some of the old school tricks are linseed oil mixed with like, what is it, like spirits I think it is, or acetone or something like that. Another one is penetrol flood. I don't know if I'm saying that thing right, but I'll be posting up on the screen here. But I've been watching KBS Coatings for a while. It's some like company that mainly takes care of like rust or rust proofs your vehicle. So like if you have an old school vehicle, you tear it all down, you get it, you know, sandblasted, and you put some KBS coating. But they've had this new product called Diamond Finish that I've been watching for a while. Permanent non-yellowing clear coat. And the cool thing about it is it's just like penetrol or linseed oil. You literally just roll it on or paint it on, and it's supposed to settle. So it's supposed to be real quick when you apply it. And then you get yourself some pretty good heavy duty clear coat that should last for quite a long time. They even have one called Max, I think with 2 X's on it. That one I think is a little bit even more heavy duty, but when I was reading it, it looked like it was for automotive, but just didn't look like it was gonna probably do exactly what I wanted, which is gonna put a nice sheen or shine on it, protect the paint, and you know, just give it a different look. I was gonna say it's kind of cheap, but it's actually one of the more expensive options, like penetrol flood. I think if you get, you know, like a paint can's worth, or a paint can, you know, I thought I had something on my shelf here, but like a good little quart, or maybe it's like, you know, a gallon. I think that stuff's like 20 bucks, 30 bucks. I thought this stuff was cheap. I bought this for 30 bucks. I was like, oh, cool. I don't really know my ounces. I need to go back to school. So 4 ounces is like literally nothing. So in this box, I got me a quart. Good. That should be plenty fine. It tells you some breakdown. I think it's like over 400 square feet or something like that. Will cover, you know, every couple ounces or something like that. Like I said, I haven't been to school in a while, so don't know what that means. I just know I can eyeball it. That should be enough in this box right here for the quart, including this. And the thing about it too is I didn't want to get too much, because once you open the stuff up and then you seal it back up, it says something like it's probably not a guarantee it's going to be good after a while. So I just say forget it, man. I'm just going to grab what I need, lay on a nice little thin coat. I think it says you should probably do up to 2 coats. But the thing about it is you're going to roll it on once, and then you're not really going to try to agitate the area over and over, because I guess it messes with the hardening features in it or something like that. So that's the cool thing, is it's just kind of roll it on. It kind of settles out. So if you got like lines or something, it should like flatten out, and then it should look nice and clean. But I think you can buff and cut it, you know what I mean? Or cut and buff it and polish it if you needed to. So we're just gonna go for it. Like I said, that's what's kind of cool about these YouTube DIY videos, is we can just go for it, and you guys can decide for yourself if you want to do it. So first things first, let's go wash the Cadillac to get the paint ready. And then we're just gonna roll this stuff on and see how it looks. Cool? All right, guys, let's jump into it. step for anything patina, I guess. Well, maybe not even patina, but for applying any kind of clear coat, you know, if you know some general painting kind of tips, you just want to prep the vehicle. So just gave it a good little bath, quick and simple. You can see how it's pretty faded. It's got some sheen on it or shine to it a little bit, but it's really, really dull. So anything we do to it at this point is going to be pretty sweet. So yeah, that's the first step. Next step, let's get the roller out, pour that KBS diamond finish coating, and start laying it on. All right, guys, let's jump into it. All right, guys, so here it is, all done. It's been about 24 hours since it finally cured, or dried, I guess. I think they said cured. It's still kind of like, when you touch it, it still feels a little bit soft in some spots. Like it's still you can see your fingerprint. They say that's not a big deal though. It kind of like you know, levels out, I guess. I don't know how to say it, but that's kind of what they said. It's a little bit pliable, I guess, if that makes sense too. But yeah, definitely a night and day difference, you know. You guys can definitely tell it's a lot shinier, darker, looks almost like it's been painted. Problem is it's I don't know. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you can see where brush strokes are, build up, you know. Yeah, it's not perfect. And I don't know what I expected, you know what I mean? Like, you can see it right there. This part is like probably the worst. This literally has like, I don't know, it's got like, just like, I don't know if you would call it orange peel, or it's just not smooth, you know what I mean? And that's because I dripped a bunch of it, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what I expected. For less than $100, I'm pretty sure that linseed oil or the Penetrol Flood pretty much does the same thing. Maybe it'd come out a little bit smoother. I mean, I definitely like the results of how shiny it is. But I just don't like the process. For me doing it my first time, maybe if I did it a second or third time, I'd probably do a little bit better job, because it asks for you to use, like, you know, something in glass or steel. You're supposed to not paint out of the can, which I did. I used a plastic roller, and you know, that was hard to, you know, use. I think you're supposed to use, I do know it says use a neoprene brush. I use just like foam brushes, so probably a lot of this is just because my lack of prep. But you know what, I'm not disappointed. You know, this isn't like a forever thing. This isn't permanent. This is definitely only one coat. They say at least put 2, maybe 3. You know, the thing is too, from my experience, you got to work kind of fast. It definitely starts to really get tacky super quick, and maybe because I did it in the sun. I would imagine, you know, maybe if you were inside a garage, they even tell you how to thin it out and spray it. I bet you that would be even 10 times better. But, you know, from my preference, this is basically was supposed to be kind of like a patina type of, you know, kind of, you know, I guess kind of look. I mean, even though there's really not any rust on here, like this side really for sure. I don't know, this side just looks like, look at all that. That just looks like crap to me though. Like, I hate looking at this side, because you can just see every brush stroke. Maybe down here by this door, right here is not too bad, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, you can just see all the brush strokes. I thought that stuff was not supposed to have any lines. It's supposed to kind of level out, but it didn't. And it could be, like I said, it could be because I painted out of the can. You know, I don't know. Every time they told you to open it up, they say pour it and then, you know, put the can top on. So maybe that's how this happened. They did say don't try to work too much in one area, which I didn't in here, because they say it would break down on the curing process or something. So, you know, like I said, like, look at all that. So I don't know. It's a hit or miss for me. They definitely said you can cut and buff it, which is something I'm probably going to do. But since this is only one layer, I'm kind of like hesitant, because I feel like I'm just going to rip it all off. But I don't know. It still feels kind of tacky. So I'm going to let it sit for one more day. And then probably over the weekend, I'll just try to see if I can cut it down a little bit, especially in this part. Like, just try to smooth all this stuff out. Just real light cut and buff. But I don't know. I do like that it brought the shine back on it. That's pretty cool. Definitely, if this was like just a straight, you know, rusted, you know, rat rod, I think this stuff will work fantastic. For me, kind of having like a pretty, you know, rust-free car, yeah, I don't know, it's a hit or miss. Like I said, the hood came out really, really good, but that was the first thing I painted, so that could be why. But, you know, if I look really close, I mean, you can basically see where I painted on there too. So I don't know what I expected, but what do you guys think? I think it was worth giving it a try. I think I would have, if I had to do it again, I probably would have done maybe a different prep, you know, like using, like I said, a glass container, maybe some neoprene brushes, but I don't think I would have got that much better results, in my opinion. And the other thing is, you know, maybe I would just use penetrol flood. That stuff's like 30 bucks. That would have covered the car maybe twice over. I literally spent about 90 bucks on a quart, a little over a quart, and they say you need to put at least 2 coats on here, and I only got 1 coat out of it, which I don't know. Like I said, I'm pretty impressed with it covering 1 coat. So if it's not something you're too worried about, like how the paint looks, or you know, you're just trying to just throw a little shine on your patina, I say give this stuff a try. But if you're trying to, like, you know, find the cheapest way possible to, you know, keep your paint without painting, I would second guess it, because like I said, you're gonna, from far away it looks pretty good, but when you get up close, you're definitely gonna have to be answering some questions like, why does it look like that, and what is this stuff? Because it's not very clean. And like I said, it could be just my lack of trying to spread out as thin as possible, but they said don't try to work the area, it'll level itself out. But like, you could literally see right here, like you can just see where it just dripped, like built up, and it's just stayed there that way. So this side, like I said, I don't know, doesn't look super bad, but the other side just looks like, to me, like the worst. I don't know, I just don't like it. It looks like literally I just did brush strokes all across here, and you guys can see it perfectly fine on the camera now with the reflection. It's cool that it's got a shine, like, you know what I mean? If I work it, I could probably get a nice little reflection out of it, and I'm gonna try it. I mean, what the hell, if I knock it down and it brings back the original, you know, paint, I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, if you got a rat rod and you're not too worried about how it looks, you know what I mean, I'd say give it a try. It's definitely something different out there in the market. Stuff's brand new, I guess. I don't know how long it's been out there in the market, but I saw it, I've been curious about it, and I figured I'd give it a try. So anyways, hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.